Hello guys, this is our weekly update for April 13th through April 17th, and I just want to go over some things about Google Classroom and how this has been going. Welcome first of all to my dining room. So first things first, let's look at our schedule. You guys should have gotten a packet last week, or hopefully you'll be able to pick them up today. If you can't get your packet, please let me know and I'll find a way to get it to you. But the front cover looks kind of like this. Okay, so if you have that out, I want to go through it really quick together. It says, you will find a schedule of how I would complete my weekly assignments. All right, so what that means, I'm going to make this schedule for you guys every week. This is what I think the best way to do your learning is. This is how we would do it if we were in class together. If this doesn't work for you, you don't have to do it like this. Just try to make sure you have a week's worth of work done by Friday, okay? Or if you want to work on the weekend, you can do it then too. Couple things though, I would ask that you try to split it up, so don't do all of it in one day. That's not the best way for your brain to learn. Also, please don't work ahead, okay? Your packet has more information. You can see what's coming. You could sit down today, look at it. You could go ahead and take your reading test that's on Friday. Please don't do that. Okay, that's not the best way for you to learn. And even though you're at home and I'm not there to help you and watch you and monitor you, I still want you to be honest and I want you to get the most out of your fifth grade education. And this is the way I think you're going to be able to do that. Okay, so schedule. I think for science, you should be spending around 20 to 30 minutes a day on it. If it's taking you more than that, you might need to split it up. If you're getting it done faster, that's okay too, but maybe you should add a little bit more detail to your work. For reading, normally we do 90 minutes of reach in class, and I'm asking you to do about 40 minutes at home. Okay, so a little less than half of what we would do together. Part of the reason it's less is because there's not time for us to do our group sharing. We won't be having class discussions, and that normally takes up a lot of our time. Every day for reach, though, you're going to want to spend about 15 minutes on vocab, about 5 minutes on a power write. That doesn't mean you're writing for 5 minutes, you're writing for 1 minute. But if you look on the back of this schedule, there's some details about how I would do reading. And part of power write is going to be reading it to yourself again and finding someone else. That'll take you a couple extra minutes. And then there's going to be a reach lesson that's going to come from either our textbook or some worksheets that are printed in your packet. Okay, some other scheduled things you'll notice on Google Classroom. Mr. Meeker has posted a weekly assignment. That's due at the end of the week. Okay, so normally you have music 2 to 3 times a week, depending on what we do on a Friday, for 30 minutes each time. So think about that. If you're doing a music project, it should probably take you about 30 minutes to an hour to do it, and you can split that up over multiple days to really show him your best fifth grade work. Mr. Rath has also given me some things that I've posted to Google Classroom. He has a calendar for some daily exercises. Now, again, normally you have PE every other day, but he's asking you to take some time every day to do PE. And I think that's a great idea because normally at school you'd be doing recess and lots of other physical activity as well. A lot of you guys normally had sports going on, and some of that might not be happening right now. So take a look at that calendar. He also posted some other extra exercises you could try out. And of course, there's different things on YouTube like yoga and stuff if you're interested in that. So find some stuff you're interested in, but take time every day to be doing a little bit of physical activity, whether that's walking your dog or filling out his calendar. All right. He'll be posting some different things every week, and I will add them to our Google Classroom, although you might receive them in an email as well. Mrs. Buchanan has a schedule out for her stuff, and she'll let you know what that is, but just plan that you're taking that time too. So are you going to be taking 6 to 8 hours of school every day? No. Okay, but if you think about it, that's not really what we do at school either, because we'd have all that time that we'd be in PE or music, or we'd be doing snack, or we would be outside for our recesses, or we're just doing some group stuff, and a lot of that we can't do at home. So school's going to be shorter at home, but it should still be valuable learning time. Okay, so how do you make your time at home really good learning time? You need to set up yourself to be successful. So for my lessons, I'm going to go ahead and tell you what you need before each lesson. It's a really good idea if you get all your supplies. If you start your video and then you realize, oh, I don't have a pencil, you're going to have to pause it and watch it again. Or you're just not going to be able to do your best learning. If you get your packet and you start working and then you realize, oh, I'm supposed to watch a video for this, but you didn't have a computer, you're not going to be able to do your best. So make sure you've gathered all your supplies, whether that's colored pencils, a pencil, whether that's another adult that you might need to time you, whatever it is, get everything together, find a good chunk of time, and then do your learning there. You're going to do better when you do it that way than if you go, oh, well, I got 10 minutes. I guess I'll start science for 10 minutes, then I'll have to pause. Or, oh, it's 9 o'clock and I really should be asleep right now, but I didn't do that, so I'm going to try to squeeze it in. Set a schedule, give yourself a good block of time, get everything you need, and plan for to do it that way every day. Okay? Google Classroom. You guys have been doing a great job using Google Classroom last week. I've really enjoyed your daily questions or questions of the day. We are not going to have a question of the day, but I'll post a couple each week. That way you guys can just have some discussion. Okay? I'm going to ask that when you want to just talk to your peers, you use those questions of the day for your just peer interaction. And if you want to then use the actual lessons for questions that relate. So for example, if you have a question on eyeballs, please post that on the lesson about the eyes. That way I can go there. If you want to tell us about your new rabbit that you got for Easter, please don't post that under eyeballs. It's not as easy for us to keep that stuff organized, okay? Let's see, other things on Google Classroom. If you did not get a chance last week to go ahead and do the internet lesson on how to use Google Classroom and the internet appropriately, please go ahead and fill that out. It's going to say it's late. Don't worry about that. It's not late, okay? Just go ahead and get it done. And that way I can make sure our whole class knows what the expectation is. Lastly, you guys might have had some questions about how are we going to be grading you or doing attendance, okay? So at this time we're doing pass, no grade. That means that either you did your best effort and you passed it, you get a pass. You didn't do it, it's not fifth grade work, it doesn't look good, it was all wrong, that's a no pass. Or if you don't turn anything in at all, that's a no work, okay? If you have more questions about grading specifically, you can go ahead and ask me about that. But it's not going to be grades the same way. You'll still get a report card, you'll still get all your stuff at the end of the year, you're still going to go to middle school, none of that's going to change. The grading's just going to look a little different. For attendance, Mrs. Buchanan and I are going to be checking in and making sure that at least twice a week you're using the material. That might be that you're logging into your Zern account. That could be that you answered a quiz question online. It can be that I see you commenting on the questions of the week. If you're not using Google Classroom, it could be that you sent a picture of your quiz back to me, that you turned in your work. Any of those are going to count, all right? I miss you guys all so much. I hope you're doing really well. Be patient this week as we all try to learn together how to make this be the very best it can be. And if you have any questions, please reach out. I look forward to getting to interact and talk to you guys more. And I hope you have a great week.